Hey guys, so this is the first round of our MadPullz Invitational. On the left, we got Brandon Smiley using his awesome Lucario mat. And on the right, we got myself, Chance Grantham. With me, I have special guest commentator Eric Gansman, who's not part of MadPullz, but he willingly
Gansman,
is
actually. It's
Gansman. I'm
Gansman, not
sorry.
Gansman.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And I always say that. And then I also have
All
Aaron
good, all
Wang,
good.
the penis kid.
Hi.
Thanks, Aaron. Eric has decided to be head commentator for this match since I've played in it and I don't really want to head commentate my own match because it's weird. But yeah, as we can.
So it looks like on the left we have Brandon playing Blastoise, and from what I know, Brandon's list is pretty standard. I mean, I don't remember seeing any text or anything in it.
Yeah.
And Chance, you want to explain what you were playing?
I'm playing Gothitelle, just pretty standard Gothitelle. I do run Keldeo. I've decided to put that in. I usually always call heads, and it was tails, so Brandon's going to get the advantage here and go first, which is huge in this matchup.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the matchup basically comes down to who can get their stage 2 out first.
And
because if Gothitelle can lock you out with Blastoise, all they need to do is just catch up the Keldeo that you were building up and lock it, and then it's basically a good game.
yeah,
But
exactly.
for Blastoise, if they can get out their Blastoise first, they can basically just steamroll you on turn 2, basically.
Yeah.
So it looks like Chance starts with a lone Duskull, which is not really what he wanted, but I think Brandon just drew and passed.
Yeah,
so,
you're right, he did, and that was pretty weird.
Yeah. Although I can see in his hand he has Rare Candy Blastoise. So.
Yeah. But I don't think he had anything else going in his hand, pretty much, besides the Rare Candy Blastoise.
Yeah, I didn't see much in his hand.
So on Chance's turn, yeah. So you level ball for a Gothitelle.
Yeah.
And what you need to do, you got to get that set up first before the Excelgor, or else Excelgor can just catch it up and KO'd. So
yeah,
it's pretty standard plays for the first couple turns.
Yeah. As you can see, like, we're both really good friends, so Brennan just offered to tap my deck. Or, no, actually, I was going to go back in. That's what it was, so. I ended up chorusing just for 3, so I can make use of the beach, as opposed to, like, tiny, like 2.
Yeah.
Because I pretty need...
I mean, I don't...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I pretty much needed, like, a turn 2 Gothitelle and hope he doesn't get a Blastoise out this turn. So...
Yeah, something we should point out is that Chance was unfortunate enough to prize the other 3 of his Gothitas in this match.
Yeah. That's pretty much like when I benched the Gothita right away from the level ball and kept like searching my deck, that's when I kind of figured out, oh, I prized 3 Gothitas.
Yeah, that's never good in this matchup.
Yeah, so Chance just beached for... that's true.
For 4, I think?
I think...
Yeah, I beached for 4.
4 or 5.
Yeah, I just chorused for 3 and beached for 4. That was it.
Yeah. So Brandon got a turn 2 Blastoise, which is huge.
Yeah.
And is now heavy bowling for a Black Chiron EX, which I actually don't agree with, honestly.
I fully agree with your thinking. Like, there's no point for him to get it out here or even play it like he did. I mean, he could have just heavy balled for nothing and been fine. Because, like, you don't really want that out, because if you get that out, that's just another bench sitter that I can put damage on later.
Yeah, and then he just beaches for, I think it was also 4.
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
I mean, I don't mind the fact that he benched it and gave you a better option, like, another option for putting damage on. Like, I'm more minded because it's just not a good attacker in this matchup, because if you can get a Gothitelle out, it's hard to set up a Black Chiron every turn without superior energy retrieval, and if you can get a Gothitelle out, he'll lock you out of that. Well, really, all you need is just 2 Keldeos, each with 4 energy. Well, I mean, you really only need 1 with 4 energy, and the other one to rush in if you ever get a deck and cover off.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
I just don't agree with that at all.
I mean, like, for me, it's great for my side of the field, because that's just another EX I can put damage on and, like, take a 6 prize turn. For him, I don't think it's that great of a play. Because like I said, like, him benching it, it's good to get more beach, but he could have easily just failed the heavy ball and have the same amount of cards. So.
And here we just saw you Rare Candy into Gothitelle and bench the Shelmet. And and beached for, I think it was 4?
Yeah,
3
it
or
was.
4.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I think Brandon getting the second Blastoise, kind of put the nail in the coffin, sort of. I mean, we don't know. Well, Brandon doesn't know that the other 3 Gothitels are prized.
You're right.
I mean, just being able to get 2 Blastoise in play on turn 3 before you could get the item lockup is huge, and that'll definitely help him out this match.
Mm-hmm. And Brandon doesn't know their prize, but later on in the game, I kind of just, when it gets to a point where I know there's probably no way I'm going to win, because like as you can see here, he's about to knock out my Shelmet, so that means I still have 2 more turns left to even get another deck and cover off, or to get the first deck and cover off, that is. And he has 3 Keldeos, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually disagree with this play of capturing out your Shelmet. I would have much rather had seen him catch out your Gothitelle, not because we know the other 3 are prized, but for the fact that it's your only Gothitelle in play, and if he can get the item lock out of the way, now he can catch up your Shelmets at any other time. And I mean, if he's able to get a deck and cover off, he'll have nothing else but a Duskull on the field. And I mean, we don't know if he'd Ultra Ball for anything else, but he wouldn't really be able to do that. So I think I would have rather had seen him catch out the Gothitelle. But I mean, he still gets the knockout on your Shelmet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess either way, it's a smart play. You're only going to take 1 prize. Gothitelle might have been the better opportunity to take, but I think knocking out the Shelmet is good because I could have had an Excelgor and deck and covered that next turn, and that would have put 110 on him, and that would have been nice to have. Especially since this next turn I did get a rare candy Dusknoir, which that was pretty good.
So we see Chance catching out the Keldeo.
Right now, it really doesn't matter. I was just going to Juniper, which I did. So like that catcher was going to go to waste anyway, so there's no point. I just put it out there just because.
Okay.
I did. You beached for 1.
Yeah, I did beach for 1. That was pretty much all I could do there, but I did get a second Shelmet, which was nice, and I think I might have drawn a Floatstone, but I didn't want to play it because I knew the Gothitelle would probably get knocked out this turn. And I don't even think there's a probably because he can't catch her around it. It's most likely going to get knocked out.
And Brandon gets a nice Colress for 7 right now.
8.
Yeah.
It was
8.
8. Yeah.
Sorry. 8. Chance's arm was covering.
Yeah, that's all right.
Other basic.
So yeah, he's just going to rush in and knock out the Gothitelle, which, pretty standard. And, I mean, at this point, you have no, disregarding the fact that the other 3 are prized, you have no item lock in play. He has free access to superior engineer tables and catchers now for the Mew.
Yes.
You have basically nothing in play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'll be able to take a knockout on a Keldeo most likely, but since you have no trainer lockup, he's going to be able to power up a second one extremely quickly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a hindrance to him.
And if you notice there, I also Junipered 2 more Gothitelles away, just for a better hand. But off this Juniper, I did get a Super Rod. But this is where I don't know how I feel about using the Super Rod here, but I pretty much needed to so I could get the Gothita back since it's the only one. But what I was scared of, what if he catchers up the Dusknoir, because I really need the Dusknoir for this matchup, I would say. And that was the only scary part, was just having to Super Rod that early. And I will deck and cover, though, with Excelgor, just to put enough damage on the field and hopefully be able to knock it out the next turn.
I mean, I actually think you should have gone for the Mew instead of the Excelgor deck and cover. Because the Mew gives up 2 prizes, and it's more liable since you don't have the item lockup and he'll be able to capture it. Although he decides to capture the Dusknoir, which is also a fine play. Like you said, it's really important for this matchup.
Yeah.
But I think just you're already down 2 prizes, and the Excelgor is already going to be there. Like, you don't want to shuffle it back in since you only have one more, and he could also capture that up and then knock it out, and then you wouldn't be able to deck and cover. So
yeah, the reason I just did it was just more damage. I knew I could get a knockout either way the next turn, as long as I could get the same Keldeo back up there. As you could see, he just double rushed in pretty much.
Yep.
He missed energy, so he had to do it that way.
Yeah, but he already has the 4 energy on one of his Keldeos, so that kind of just puts the nail in the coffin right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I meant. Like, since he missed the energy on the fresh Keldeo, that only has 3 right now. Like, if he would have had a 4th one there, that would have been pretty good. However,
if he can just get one more energy on there, I'd just basically I'd say it'd be game.
Yeah, you're right. That's all there is. I did Pokecom for a Gothita here though, which I really needed that, and I did get a nice timely in, I would say. Especially if he was going down to 3 cards, I think N is the best card against Blastoise, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I hate to sound, I feel like I'm nitpicking everything, but I saw Brandon had an Ultra Ball in his hand with a Beach and some other useless cards, and I don't think I think he got a little bit greedy there because, he was up 3 prizes, you really can't get anything going. He should have just Ultra Balled away some extra cards.
Yeah.
Just because of Ben. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't remember if he had the Ultra Ball in his hand, but he might have just taken it off his prize the turn before.
No, he took a Lightning, I saw, but...
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I did see that.
I'm just nitpicking, but whatever.
I do make the smart play, though, and deck and cover with Mew.
He was going to deck and cover with his Keldeo.
Yeah.
Promote the Shelmet?
Yeah. Reason I promote the Shelmet is so, like, he can't Black Ballista the Keldeo. He would need a catcher for it. And so he wouldn't take 2 prizes, and that was the only reason. Otherwise, I probably would promote the Keldeo, because I figure something might get knocked out this turn. And he has the superior energy retrieval, which that's going to be big.
I mean, yeah, he top decked the Skylab, but he had a Juniper in hand, so
yeah.
And I think this will just about seal the game.
You're right. Yeah, all he has to do is do exactly what he's doing. He's going to deluge once to the active Keldeo, and then deluge the rest of the energy he has to the bench Keldeo. And
I mean, I honestly wouldn't even mind him putting 2 energy on his Black Kyurem, because he could just Black Ballista your Keldeo and just take that option for you off the board.
Yeah.
But I mean, he still makes a smart play and attacks your Shelmet with 3 energy Keldeo, protecting his 4th energy Keldeo, making sure you have to have the catcher. And I think you've already used 2 catchers, so.
Yeah, you're right. Here I end myself to 4 and Brandon to 2. I'm hoping to get a Rare Candy Gothitelle, just to have another one. But I do know that I have 1 Rare Candy left, and I do have 2 Gothitelle since I super rotted 2 back in. And it looks like I hit the Gothitelle, but I missed the Rare Candy.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I would have liked to have seen him put the 2 energy on the Black Iron, because now he could just retreat and Black Ballista you for the KO, and you wouldn't be able to stall up there.
You're right.
And he'd have to promote something else, and then you could just knock it out, and Brandon could just knock it out with his Keldeo.
Exactly.
But, I mean, he's still in such a strong position that it won't really matter too much.
And here I'm just gonna like stall a little bit, make him have the catcher, if he wants to take the 2 prizes for game, and I'm just gonna promote the Gothita with no Floatstone, and hope that I hit a Rare Candy Gothitelle for the next turn. And I did Beach, so I don't know if I did hit it. I can't remember specifically, but he did.
I mean, even if you hit it, though, you wouldn't be able to promote it because he has the 4 energy Keldeo on the bench. So
yeah, and I do town map, and
now
as
you town map,
Yeah.
He got the prize.
Yeah, there's 2 Gothita prize here, but I took one off a prize earlier. So that was pretty scary. Right around this moment, I'm kind of just thinking, like, you know what? There's really not much I can do here. Even if I deck and cover this turn, he's gonna win. So I just scoop. There's really nothing. The only way I couldn't have lost on the next turn was by promoting Keldeo, and his last catcher was prize. So like I could have promoted Keldeo and kind of just like stalled a little bit for one turn, but I don't think that would have helped. Like he would have been able to knock it out later, I would think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'll be the game.
Yeah,
so.
that'll end game 1. Brendan does take it. He's 1-0. I'll go 0-1 into the next round. But yeah, thanks Eric for special guest commentating. Thank
No
you,
problem.
Aaron. Even though I know you'll commentate more with me. Till next round for round 2. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.